My first semester at Columbia, I decided that I was going to do everything. I was a poli-sci and econ major, and economics, for whatever reasons, didn't dawn on me at the moment. That was going to require a lot of math. And so when I took my placement testing, I needed to take what was considered a remedial math. And so it was a calculus class. And I had not had any math in the 8 years that I'd had as a break from university, and probably more than 10 years since I'd had any in high school. And it was a very difficult class for me. The professor that I had was actually a grad student. And so, for him, this was his major. It was very easy. And I think there was a little disconnect on what was easy for him was clearly not easy for me. I watched the C's come across my desk, horrified every moment that I was going to fail this class. There was also the feeling of failure. This was my first semester. I was carrying all of this great responsibility of the pride of my family, my community college. Oh my goodness, I'm going to wash out my first semester if I fail this one course. And so it was very difficult for me to figure out how to get through it. And so I ended up finding resources on campus for tutoring. They have this place called Millbank Hall here that was really effective. That helped me. I was able to get in touch with other students that I had come in with in my class. There's a friend of mine named Dan who said, hey, I actually grade all those homework assignments. And so I'm super, good at math, and I can absolutely help you, behind the scenes to try and help get you ready for this. And it was a course that I scrabbled through into the very end, talking to my advisor, oh my gosh, can I drop it? What's gonna happen? And it was the best C that I ever got. And I was so proud of myself because I think it was a testament of whether or not I was going to stick it out in university, because it was the first time in a long time that I'd actually struggled with something and it didn't come easy for me. And I'm so grateful now that I didn't hide at the first sign of trouble, and that I did have the resources and supports that let me know that it was, a class and it was a moment, and it wasn't going to define the rest of my time at my university, because I recently graduated. And I had a really wise advisor once who, when I said, oh my goodness, I'm really struggling with this, and I just got a C, he told me, well, a C, it's a point. And so I'm not concerned because it's a point. And he said, but if you have 2 C's, I might get a little concerned because, now we have a line. But I'm still not concerned yet because it's just 2 points. But when we get 3 points, he said, that's a pattern, and that's when I'll get concerned. And I just never let it become a pattern. And so that would be my advice when you struggle with something. Understand that it's a moment, but just don't let it become a pattern, and you'll be fine.